It is Gyan. He is in the area. He scores!
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Sustainable Africa series. I'm Ernest Chicha. In today's program, we delve into the world of Asamoah Gyan, a phenomenal football striker and the former captain of Ghana's national team, the Black Stars, a man whose remarkable skills have shattered records. Asamoah Gyan holds the title of Africa's highest goal scorer in World Cup history, with 6 goals to his name. He also has an impressive 51-goal record with the Ghanaian national team, making him the all-time leading goal scorer for the Black Stars. And you've got to love his unforgettable dance moves every time he finds the back of the net. One unique quality about this iconic football striker is that he scores not just in football but also for the Sustainable Development Goals. But first, let's find out how he started his professional football journey.
Immediately after secondary school, I was invited to the national team. When I was in secondary school, I was even playing in the Premier League. You know, my first game I scored against one of the biggest clubs in Ghana, Accra Folk, and it was live on television. You know, everybody saw me. And then it became a debate because my brother was up there. He was already in the Black Stars,
right.
You know, so people refer me as Bradford Gyan's brother. And then they said, I think we should invite Bradford Gyan's brother to play in the Black Stars, you know, because his level at this age, like Jamel playing for Spain right now,
right.
You know, around that time, you know, and people were doubting. And then my first game, lo and behold, I scored in my first game, and that was when it started. So I made my debut in November 16, 2003.
When did you go from national hero to international champion?
I would say it's the World Cup because the World Cup is everybody's dream, every footballer's dream. Going to the 2006 World Cup, Ghana's ever first World Cup qualification. You know, that was our first World Cup history. Honestly, I'm happy to be part of it. The first game against Italy, although we played well, we lost against Italy 2-0. We were inexperienced, you know, it was our first time. And then the second game against Czech Republic, my brother was going back to Ghana because he wasn't part of the team, he was standby.
Right.
So he was going back to Ghana, and I told him, this second game, when you get to Ghana, make an interview and tell Ghanaians, I said I'm going to score in that second game.
So you predict all that, you also predict yourself?
I predicted that goal. Yes, I predicted it.
Gyan is on target. Picked out by his captain. African football is in delirium here.
The goal came very early, 1 minute, 8 seconds, and it was the fastest goal in 2006 World Cup.
That remarkable goal, just 68 seconds into the match against the Czech Republic in 2006, was indeed historic. Asamoah Gyan is unquestionably one of the finest strikers from Africa. He has played for clubs in Italy, France, England, the United Arab Emirates and China, scoring a total of 123 goals. I asked Asamoah Gyan to share what he considers the proudest moment of his career.
I would say scoring in my first goal for Ghana in the World Cup history. You know, that was the first goal for Ghana in the World Cup history.
Right.
And then that was the fastest goal, 1 minute, 8 seconds. You know, so I would say that was my proudest moment.
Now, is there a moment when you look back and say, I wish this never happened? That low moment for you?
It's obvious. It's the penalty miss. I felt like it was the whole of Africa that time.
Yes.
Because the whole of Africa was back in Ghana because Ghana was the only team left in that tournament.
The continent, yes.
Yes, the continent. So we were representing the continent, not only Ghana. I was devastated, but honestly, I'm over it. I'm over it because of my strong mentality and the confidence I have in me. But sometimes it haunts me, you know, when I'm alone and I just think about my career, how it went and everything, you know, it just hit me once. I was like, I wish that day can repeat itself.
Right.
To correct that mistake, but life goes on.
Asamoah Gyan's charm is not limited to football. Off the pitch, he's been scoring some impressive goals for humanity, particularly through the Asamoah Gyan Foundation. The foundation has been instrumental in providing clean drinking water, promoting girl-child education, and supporting the vulnerable. However, Asamoah shared with me that the only reason he talks about his charitable work is to inspire others.
I don't need camera to see what I'm doing. People have to just see my blessings coming. That's it. You know, sometimes people like to show off, you know, and I feel like that. But growing up, you know, like your advice, people say, hey, it's good for motivation. You can motivate people because I saw somebody doing it. Maybe nobody will see me doing it. So when people see you doing it, it serves as motivation for them to also make sure when they also get it, they can also pass it to the next generation. In terms of education, especially in the girl child education, we've helped a lot of people who are even graduates now, who have scholarship to outside the country, UK and everything, who are working now. We did a lot of projects in terms of water, you know, to the villages. You know, I did some for my village, a lot of villages. Even my mom told me where she went to the training college, they had to walk about miles to go fetch water. So I added to my program, and I decided to even do it to the Ahohoi, and then I was installed as a king there.
Oh, congrats on that one.
Yes, and also I did. We did a lot of donations for the hospitals. You know, honestly, I'm an premature baby. I'm a premature baby. You know, so we took it upon ourselves to go to the hospital, try and donate incubators, and of course football. Asamoah Gyan Foundation did Baby Jet under 16 tournament that we even had players playing in the national team.
When I was like you, we didn't get this opportunity. So we being out there, we decided to give back.
There are people who might want to go through someone like you to reach out to those people in need. Since you're already established and you're a well-known person, your credibility is there. Have you partnered with anyone before to take what you're doing to the next level?
That's a very good question. The funny thing is, you know, people, you want to partner with people, and that perception is Asamoah Gyan played and he had a lot of money in football, so he had money, so why can't he do it?
You should do it alone.
One person cannot do it alone. I do it in my capacity. So why don't we open it wide so other people can also benefit? And this is the challenges Asamoah Gyan Foundation is having. You know, we send letters to people, and then the next thing is, oh, Asamoah Gyan, you played a lot of leagues, and you had a lot of money in football, so you can do it. So I just do my thing as much as I can. I try to open it up, but the support is not there due to that mentality that Asamoah Gyan has it. Anybody who volunteers to come to Asamoah Gyan Foundation and help support this thing, the person is welcome. I invested $7 million in boxing in Ghana, and guess what? There was no support from anybody, because you go for sponsorship and they'll be like, oh, you are Asamoah Gyan and you can do it. I was like, okay. So I'm appealing for everybody who wants to support Asamoah Gyan Foundation should come on board.
Absolutely. One person alone cannot do it.
I think everybody knows it. Everybody is beginning to realize this. You know, football is number one. You know, it brings people together. You know, I remember Didier Drogba back in the day. There was a war. He spoke to them about that war. He scored, and then they stopped.
Aujourd'hui, on vous demande, s'il vous plaît, on se met à genoux. Le seul pays de l'Afrique qui a toutes ses richesses ne peut pas sombrer dans la guerre comme ça. S'il vous plaît.
Personalities. I think football itself brings people together politically. When a nation is going to play, you see two political parties, supporters, and everybody in one stadium supporting one team. There, it brings people together. You know, so football, I think, has done a lot. Of course, entertainment, everybody knows entertainment, you know, without entertainment, but football is the one that brings people together. We expect them to perform well. I think they have a new coach now who has already won his 2 World Cup qualifiers. The confidence level is beginning to mount, and I think by that time we should be okay to compete, because we have a lot of good players. I think 4 or 5 players are now playing the Premier League. A lot of players are also doing well in their clubs from other leagues. I think they've played for like a year now together. You know, so I think now we should expect a bit more from them. You know, for now they are even played 2 World Cup matches during this break. they've been able to win 2 games.
Right.
You know, so it's all about consistency.
Right.
So when you are consistent, that is where people get involved. So
Do you think Ghana would win the cup?
winning the cup, everybody's coming to win the cup.
Right.
You know, and what I always tell people is teamwork. You know, when you are going with a team, it's the most difficult thing.
Right.
Working with a team. Personally, like an individual game, like a boxing, my mentality, I'm going there to knock the person out. I know I can predict, say, round 6, I'm gonna knock this person out because it's me.
Right.
But with a team, I have maybe positive mentality. Somebody has even fought with a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Somebody has fought with a wife.
It's a collective effort.
Collective effort.
Yeah.
So we go with a different mentality.
Right.
That is why I never say I'm gonna win this in football matches. No, I don't say that. But personally, I'm a very good tennis player as well. So when I'm going to play tennis, I will say I'm gonna beat this guy. That one I'm gonna do it.
Right.
But I can't say I'm gonna beat this guy with that mentality, and other players have different mentality. So it makes it very, very difficult as a team. So I think individual sport, a team is very, very difficult. So we all hope the team do well.
Given his years of international experience in football, I asked Asamoah if coaching was something he'd be interested in.
Football is dedication. You have to stop everything and focus on football. And I feel like I have different mindset. You know, I don't want to just crash because I'm very, very competitive guy.
Right,
Very, very competitive. If I focus on this one, then I have to stop everything.
Which
and
is
focus
what
on it.
sports require, right? You've got to be competitive.
Yes, I did well by obtaining my license to be a coach one day. It was in the news, you know, when things happen, people on my Instagram talking about being a coach.
I mean, Ghanaian would like to see you in that role.
Definitely.
Don't you think?
Definitely, people want.
Wouldn't you like to see yourself in that role?
I
would love to see you in that role. Okay.
Honestly, I think I can coach. I think I can coach.
His efforts are a testament to how he's caused not just in football, but also for the Sustainable Development Goals on health, education, and clean water. And in case you didn't know, the guy has a thing for music.
You'll be back before I'm on the rest.
I had a good voice actually. So
You had a good voice, or you have a good voice? Are you afraid I'm going to ask you to sing?
I'm talking about a past, so I had to be. I had to talk about the past.
Right.
You know, so I had a good voice.
Right. He partnered with friends to produce songs, including one in support of the Black Stars.
I would count myself lucky, you know, how I grew up. I became the people's man because of how I relate to people. Even people like me because of the way I dance, or the way I'm I'm a free-spirited guy.
Right.
You know, that is how people see me. People even become fans when they meet me in person.
Right.
Because from the outside, they feel like, oh, he's big. They have that perception that he'll snub you or he'll ignore everybody, you know. But as soon as they see me, they'll be like, oh, is that him? Although it's very, very difficult sometimes, you know. People can come and disrespect you.
Yeah, take it for granted, yeah.
Take me for granted. You know, people even come on my social media, you know, because now social media is powerful. Before, there was no social media. Very difficult to even talk to somebody like that. But now they can come to your page and then say all sorts of things. Sometimes it gets to me because I'm human. But I don't think I'm that person that is very, very snobbish. Everybody's welcome to my world.
Right, I think
Unless you don't disrespect me.
if I told anyone who saw me welcoming you there that I was meeting you the first time, I don't think they'll believe it. You have a very warm and a humble personality.
Thank you.
I liked you as a star. I watched you playing, but meeting you in person takes it to the next level.
Thank you.
Keep being humble, and may God bless every single endeavor of yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Asamoah has captured his entire journey, both the highs and lows, in a book titled Legendary.
You know, legendary, but because of the Jan,
Oh,
so they added
Legendary.
legendary.
Who inspired that title?
It came.
The book delves deep into his career, the challenges he faced, and his unwavering spirit. It is a must read for any football lover or just anyone seeking inspiration from the life of a football legend.
I'm not saying I'm perfect, but reading legendary will open your minds.
You can inspire perfection without necessarily being perfect.
Yes, exactly. I count myself as one of the luckiest things.
Right.
But I feel like also during my career, things that I've been through, people cannot take it, especially the criticisms, the curses. One thing I always say, very, very funny thing, is like you go through something and then somebody will see you and they'll say, I feel your pain. No, you don't feel my pain. You don't feel my pain because you are not in it. Like I put my hand in a fire. It's very burning. Well, and then somebody will be like, I feel your pain. No, put your hand inside.
Don't you agree with people when you score a goal and they celebrate with you, you're jumping and everybody's going crazy? You think they're faking it. So they feel your victory and they can feel your pain.
No, that is enjoyment. It's like when you have money, people come enjoy with you. But in the worst moment, there you see
you're there alone,
people. You get what I mean?
So well, thank you so very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
And all the best with all your endeavors.
Thank you very much.
My brief interaction with Asamoah Gyan reminded me of one thing. Great players don't only score goals on the pitch. They also make a difference off the pitch by giving back and inspiring others. So if you are an entertainer, athlete, influencer, or a personality of some sort, and you are making a difference and uplifting lives in your community, we would love to hear and share your story. Together we can inspire others to take action and make this world a better place for everyone. That's essentially what the SDGs are about. I am Ernest Chicho, wishing you God's blessings in abundance. Goodbye.